This is from Bashir Usman. This came in 3 days ago. It reads, "Hello, sir. Please, is Peugeot 308 2008 a good car to drive for Uber or both? Because I'm interested in it." Okay, now the Peugeot 308 2008 model is regarded as T7. Um, so to your question, is it good for commercial business like Uber or both? Yes, it's very, very good. And in this case, probably you are asking if it's a this petrol engine. Yeah, because I can only talk about what I know. So yeah, for petrol engine, yeah, 308 will serve it very well. It's very fuel economical. Now for petrol engine, they have up to five, about five, I think, petrol engines. Then the one I would recommend most when it comes to something like this is the one with a 1.6 liter petrol engine. Also, with the model is TU5JP. Let me see. Okay, look at the engine here. You can even see it written on it on the picture on the image. Um, Peugeot 307, 308 T7. So when you look at this, this is the TU5 JP4. It's 1.6 liter petrol engine. It's very common in Peugeot 307, and you can also find it in Peugeot 206 as well, and some other Citroen vehicles. So the reason why I recommend this now, pay attention. It's not like I'm saying the other engines will not serve you or they are not good. No. The reason why I recommend this is when it comes to commercial purposes, most people will prefer the one that will be cheaper to maintain and they will have easier accessible to the pass, the engine pass. That's the reason why I'm pointing out about on this engine, not because the other ones are more fuel consuming or more troublesome. No, this one, like I said, is more common in Peugeot 307 engines, and so the pass, of course, Peugeot 307. We are so brand new in Nigeria, and there are so many pass everywhere on that vehicle, no matter how you want it. So new, used, fake, original, they're available. So with this, you can easily access the pass, and the engine is okay and very good. Dependable. What else? The fuel consumption is also okay. However, this engine is not like the engine that consumes the least fuel in Peugeot 308 T7 in petrol. For petrol engine, it's not the least. However, so I won't have to come online and start complaining that we are misled or that it's very expensive. So that's why I'm pointing this engine. But for the other engine, there's another engine that consumes less, which I believe what people that are going for commercial look for, especially for that kind of business, Uber. That one will consume less than this particular one on the picture. However, this one generally will be easier for you to maintain. Okay, now let's show you the other one. Okay, this is the same engine TU5JP4. So I'm just showing it so I understand. If you show it to, if you don't know, just show this picture to any of the mechanics, Peugeot mechanics, or what's it called? Car dealers, people that understand Peugeot. It's not all car dealers that know anything about Peugeot cars, but if you are talking about Peugeot cars, this makes more sense. If you show it to any car dealer that sells Peugeot car or knows one few things about it or more, they will know exactly which engine I'm talking about. Um, Now this is the other engine that I mentioned that consume less fuel than this one. Hold on. This particular one consumes less fuel than this on Peugeot 308 T7. So If you want to look at it in terms of fuel consumption, this one make more sense. But overall maintenance cost, this one make more sense for people doing this kind of business who are after profit. Now, for private use or something, I would like to probably go for this or recommend this, unless you are still you prefer the ones that you spend less in maintaining. Because when I talk about maintenance, I mean maintenance costs, you're also looking at the engine oil, not just replacing parts when any fails. I'm talking about the engine oil. This particular one, the engine oil or the recommended engine oil is not easily available. It's not easily available in Nigeria. Now that's where I'm coming from. In fact, as it is now, the easier, in fact, the only place I can recommend you buy oil that you use for this engine is only from Pan Kaduna, and hopefully they still have the oil. The other people that might be selling something they claim to be the recommended oil, because while I cannot truly verify if they are saying the truth, I still prefer I'll buy from Pan Kaduna. Reason why I'm saying this is the recommended oils, they don't sell them here. They are not easily available. So what Pan is doing is the one they are bringing into use for their car productions. So they sell it, they probably comes in drums. So they now sell it in empty, all these plain containers. So they take out the quantity needed for each container, maybe 4 liters, I think, and sell. So you don't really know what you are buying. So you are buying based on the trust you have on the company that they're actually selling what they claim you are buying. Or no, what they claim they are selling. When you buy from private individuals or other people, do you trust them that well that they're actually selling what they claim they are selling? Since is unbranded product, nobody knows what is inside the container. The private container doesn't have any brand on it or anything written on it, just plain white or plain whatever. So, so the cost of doing that, this has to come. Eventually, I believe this oil will become available, but for now, you have to consider that. The other things too, the timing chain tensioner tends to misbehave. So after a while, the chain may start acting up. So we need to change it, and the cost of doing that is more than this other one. That is what's it called? This one that is timing belt. This one you can easily change it. Anybody, any Peugeot mechanic can change it. A good one anyway can change this one, the timing kit. While this one you need a specialist to do that, who should charge you more. You see where I'm coming? So it's not something unless you are very meticulous, you really care about car. That's where you can use it for that kind of commercial people, especially if you are the one driving the vehicle. Now I'm talking to somebody. If you are here in in Nigeria, I don't know if you are in the Western world or any other part of the world, it may not make me much, you know, to use any of these engines. But for somebody in Nigeria, you have to consider accessibility of parts, electrification, and also understanding of the system. This one, uh, roadside mechanic may be able to figure out some of the issues with the car. While this, you need a specialist to be able to understand when the issue comes up. So in other words, you need to, unless you have your own diagnostic tool, and also be able to interpret and understand the codes that you found or fault definitions. No matter what you do, as long as it's a used vehicle, some eventual things will have to wear out. So as they are wearing out, what matters is ability of being able to dictate or understand the fault found from the diagnosis to know what exactly that needs to be dealt with or replaced for the engine to continue running. The engine is not the problem; it's the accessory. All those things are ties on them that usually wear out. Okay. The other engines, like this one, is naturally aspirated. Likewise, this is naturally aspirated, meaning they don't have any turbo attached on them, turbocharger. But the other ones, like this one, um, hold on. So this one too is also can be found in T7 Peugeot 308. As you can see, it's already this is actually from 308. It's a THP engine. Uh, Likewise, this is actually EP6 engine. This also is an EP6 engine, except that this one doesn't have turbocharger. Why this have turbocharger? So in T7, you have I think about two of them with turbocharged, two different THP engines. I think there is a THP 140 or 150, and then THP 170 something or thereabout, but maybe about three THP engines or so. So these are turbocharged engines. So for that kind of business, Uber and Bolt, I strongly recommend don't use them. I strongly recommend you don't buy them for it. Not because their fuel consumption is higher or too much. Yes, they may be a little bit higher because of the higher power they possess than the other two. But the issue is the maintenance. They cost more to maintain. The parts are more expensive, especially turbocharger, stuff like that. So many stuff I've assigned calling here will take longer to end this video. So avoid this when it comes to that kind. For personal, yes, go for it. For Uber or something, no, don't. So this one is okay, but still maintenance is a little bit higher. But this one costs more than the other two. But this is the best when it comes to that kind of business. So I hope this makes sense to you. Yes, if you want to run it, every other part is easily available. I'm talking about the suspension, the this and that, the body parts. Although I wouldn't recommend you go and crash your car and say I say the parts are cheap. The body parts are cheap. At least you can get them and replace them. Okay. So I hope this makes sense. So go ahead and buy the 308. It's good, it's very, very for economical for that kind of business, and also very good and dependable.